your world is safe.
Okay, here's the question. If the fate of the world hung on the balance of one battle, it would be one of worldly, galactic proportions. It would be a battle of the stars.
What the hell is this?
We're talking Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Shall we begin?
Now, there is no scale on Earth, or in a galaxy far, far away, to measure the result of facing these opposing worlds against each other. In a battle royale, fight to the death. It's lightsabers versus photon cannons. It's the Force versus Spock finger pinch thingies. It's a face-off of heroic captains, warriors, aliens, and some really weird shit.
Well, these two franchises have captivated bazillions around the world. One was created by this guy, and the other one by this guy. Each one of them supported by an army of loyal fans.
It's so evenly matched that we didn't even know who to give the top billing to. Star Trek versus Star Wars? Or Star Wars versus Star Trek? But we flipped a coin, and Star Trek won.
So then this is Star Trek versus Star Wars. Here we go.
Get it on! All right. Well, first, let's talk about what they have in common.
They both have stars in their name.
They're both at war.
They're both trekking it up in galaxies far, far away.
They both have awesome weaponry.
Starships.
Hot girls.
And some of the dumbest characters to ever meet the silver screen.
More did you speak? He's embarrassing.
All right, so the first face-off is going to be between the ships.
Ooh.
Both films have some of the most iconic star vehicles ever. We'll start with Star Wars, and it's of course the Millennium Falcon.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
Quick, agile, built for tug, and I mean like a rock. Now it's bobbed and weaved its way as a key escape vehicle for our heroes in many situations. It's truly a marvelous machine.
And up for the Trekkies, we have a load of warships, but none as iconic as the Enterprise.
Punch it.
This is one tough ship. Been through so many wars and battles throughout way more movies.
I like this ship.
You know, it's exciting.
It definitely has its edge on size.
It's true, but size doesn't always matter.
I heard that.
As the Falcon has done its fair amount of damage to ships immensely larger than itself.
Both of these ships have the warp speed, or light speed if you will.
One can hold a lot more troops.
But the other is way easier to park, and probably way better on gas. Honestly, this is like David versus Goliath. And we know how that story went.
Right. So, okay, we're going to give this one to the Falcon.
Logical.
Point, Star Wars. Let's take a look at their technology. Technology always plays a huge factor in war. Both sides of this equation are heavily armed with technology we have yet to even see. I mean, their cellular devices can span galaxies, while my cell phone can't even get a good signal in my own house.
Call you back.
And communications are important in the battlefield. And they evolved on both sides throughout the years. Star Trek started with the communicator.
Beam me aboard.
And Star Wars upped the ante with the hologram communication.
Yeah, but then Star Trek fired back with the teleporter. But this is definitely the type of call you do not want to drop or lose service on.
Gentlemen, beam me aboard.
We can't, Captain. Transporter is out again.
Okay, let's get to the fun stuff, the weapons.
Ooh, in close combat, the Trekkies are agile, have pretty awesome weaponry that has evolved over the years. But let's face it.
Star Wars rules the mano-a-mano combat by developing the coolest weaponry in the universe. I think we all know what that is. The coveted lightsaber.
Yeah, also known as really freaking hot sticks.
And they sound awesome.
Yeah, they cut people down.
They deflect laser bullet thingies.
And they come when called.
They unlock doors.
They are super compact, which means that they travel extremely well. Point, Star Wars.
Okay, let's pull out the big guns now. And when I say big guns, I mean a gun that's literally the size of a planet with a really bitchin' name. The Death Star.
Ooh.
This is a weapon designed to destroy planets and civilization. A piece of weaponry with massive proportions.
But as we already know, size is not everything. Star Trek has their own weapon to accomplish the exact same thing, but more efficiently, as it's only the size of like a drop of ketchup or, I don't know, sriracha. So I'll go with the red gooey stuff on this one. Point, Star Trek. These ships and weapons are only as good as the men who wield and or pilot them.
That's true. Up for Star Wars, we have Han Solo, Captain of the Millennium Falcon.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.
And entering the ring for Star Trek, we have the legendary Captain Kirk.
Buckle up.
One's a bit brash and has the street smarts,
I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
and, well, is pretty much a criminal.
You are a criminal.
And the other is resourceful, cunning, and good with the femalians. Let's start with the hand-to-hand combat skills.
While Solo is one tricky devil, he's quick like a cat.
And Kirk uses his surroundings to his advantage.
Solo always leads a cool, well-planned, and organized assault.
Yeah, but Kirk has like this massive double hammer fist.
Well, that's true. Can we call this one?
I don't know, samesies?
Yeah, samesies.
All right, tie for combat.
Bullshit.
But how well do they do under pressure? Han has survived the most unruly situations and always has a way of keeping his cool.
Well, Captain Kirk can be a bit, I have to call it insecure at times.
Yeah.
You have received your orders. You will obey my orders.
Easy, Captain.
Thanks for the support.
So who do we give this one to?
Well, we'd have to go with the survival skills on this one.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Kirk out.
All right, on to the sidekicks because captains are only as strong as the men who follow them into battle.
On the Trekkie side, Captain Kirk has his trusted and true friend Spock.
Communication skills are extremely important between teammates, and Kirk and Spock may not see eye to eye sometimes. But they always come out on top.
Trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk.
On the other side of the galaxy,
Come on, Chewie.
Han's trustedly accomplished Chewie doesn't even speak the same language,
Chewie, is that you?
yet they understand each other.
What's going on?
Wow.
can understand that thing?
And that thing can understand you too, so watch it.
For that, we'd have to give this one to Chewie on communication skills alone.
Woochie, woochie, coochie, coo. Tap oochie, coochie, coochie, coo. If you're curious, consult linguistics.
Point, Star Wars. Let's talk about the powers from within. Star Trek has its fair share of supernatural figures, with characters like Spock and his advanced intelligence and his pinching power. Or Khan's superhuman strength and killer instinct give Star Trek quite an arsenal of super abilities.
That's true. But let's face it, Star Wars has this.
Oh yeah. True.
I'm scared, Spock.
So, point Star Wars. Okay, so let's wrap up here. In conclusion, let's face it, it's hard to pit these sides against each other. Well, one of these sides has the Force, and not to mention the word war in its name.
That's true. If this was a hiking competition, okay, maybe we'd give it to Star Trek because they like exploring and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a battle. And when it comes to a winner for the war in the stars, just reverse the phrase.
Like Star Wars?
Exactly.
Right on. Get it on.
But let's face it.
Okay.
Have you faced it yet?
I'm facing it right now.
Okay. Just keep facing it.
All right, take two. As the Falcon has done its share of fair amount damage to ships mentally itself larger. Not just one.